Hey, we are back, module 2, and we are talking about goal setting today. Now, this is so important. Did you know that 44% more people are able to accomplish their goals if they write them down? It's such a huge, crucial part of actually getting results in anything in life, not just fitness goals, not just health goals, any goal, 44% more. So please, don't just, wash away this module. Do it because it's going to help you be more successful. I wouldn't make you do this if I didn't think it was really going to work. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Take a piece of paper, a notebook, whatever you want, and I want you to first write down, and I want you to save this. So write it down somewhere that you can keep it and you know you're not going to lose it, maybe even on your phone. I want you to write down exactly how you are feeling right now. Now, for some of you, this may be a little bit hard because maybe you started this challenge because you were just really down on yourself. Maybe you were just gaining weight so fast and you weren't feeling comfortable in your own skin. Maybe you were feeling depressed because you didn't feel good about yourself. Maybe you just had just so little energy that you just, sometimes you're like, oh, I can't wait to not be pregnant, or I wish I wouldn't have done this, or what did I get myself into? And we get to that point where we're like, something needs to change. So some of you may be coming from that part. So this may be difficult. So a lot of women start because they had a really hard or a bad pregnancy the first time, and this is second, third, or fourth pregnancy. And this time you just want to do it different. This time you just want to make it better. You want to feel better. You want to be healthier. You want to be more fit. So this won't be that hard because it's motivating and exciting to see what you can accomplish this time. Or, if you're a first-time mom and you're just excited and you want to make this the best pregnancy ever and you want to be the best you can be during pregnancy, then it may be a little bit exciting, maybe a little bit scary, but in detail, tell me, write down, how are you feeling now? Like, what is your energy level like? What is your confidence like? When you look in the mirror, how do you feel? What do you see and how does that make you feel? Maybe what made you decide, maybe you were watching a video or seeing something on social media and you saw it and you were like, yes, I have to do it. Why? Write it down, okay? And then I want you to write down what your goal is. Okay, not just for this 21-day challenge. What is your goal for this pregnancy? When you look back a few years from now and your sister or your girlfriend is pregnant and you're talking to them about pregnancy, what do you want to be able to tell them about your experience? How do you want to look when you look in the mirror and you're 7 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant? What you look like makes you feel a certain way. What is that? Maybe a goal weight, like, for me, and I am not saying at all this should be you. I'm not saying that this is the only thing that's healthy. I had this like weird goal. I wanted to gain 20 pounds. And so it's really weird that I'm telling you to write down a weight goal because I don't want you to be obsessed with weight. The scale is like your enemy. But what it does is it acts as an accountability partner. So while I don't need you to stay right at, end up at the weight that you are writing down right now at the end of pregnancy, it's gonna help be like a good gauge. It's gonna help you make better decisions when you're going to your doctor's appointment, because that's gonna be the only time you're gonna weigh yourself. But it really helped me. Like I kept always thinking before I gained a lot of weight in both my pregnancies the first trimester. Like by week 10, I think I'd gained 12 pounds, which is a lot for me. And that's quick. Most women don't gain that much weight so quickly. But every time I had to go to the doctor's appointment and I knew that I was going to have to weigh in, those few days before I was like eating extra healthy, making sure I got my workouts done, and it just helps kind of keep you on track, okay? So it's not, if you say 30 pounds is your goal, if you gain 35, I've had tons of ladies that even gain 40 pounds and are still able to lose it like this, or still end up being able to look, fabulous and fit very shortly after having the baby. So it's just to serve as an accountability for you. It's really gonna help having that number there in your head as a goal, knowing that if you are around it, you're still gonna be good and not locking into that number or obsessing over that number, okay? Now, in the same token, while I want you to set a goal for weight, I really don't want you to weigh yourself all the time. I don't even want you to weigh yourself every week. I actually, if you have a scale at home, I would love for you to throw it away. That could be your nemesis. It could make you so crazy, so obsessive. It could get you down so much. Listen, I've been working with pregnant women for 10 years, like pregnant women and postpartum moms. I know how crazy it can be, and I've had so many ladies just obsess too much and weigh themselves every day, and you go up, your weight fluctuates so much, water weight, what you eat, the time of day, and it can just drive you crazy, and it shouldn't be about that. The goal is to just be proactive and do things that are good for you and good for the baby. And by default, you're gonna have a healthy and fit pregnancy, but that doesn't mean we need to obsess over a number on a scale. The only time I want you to weigh yourself is when you go in for your monthly visits with your doctor, okay? And just that in itself, just committing, like promising to yourself not to weigh yourself, because I know you, and I know some of you are obsessed with that scale. No more, okay? It could really mess with your mind. I never weigh myself during pregnancy or not pregnant. I know what I look like. I know where I'm at. I don't need the scale to tell me, because that's just gonna make me do things that I probably shouldn't, like eat less or whatever, and then it's just gonna backfire, because then I'll binge eat. So throw away the scale, hide it, and only weigh yourself at your doctor's appointment, but do write down that goal weight, okay? So just, like maybe you can cut out a picture of like a cute pregnant girl you've seen in a magazine or a book or online, and maybe you could put it down in that notebook, or, take a picture of it on your phone if you're doing everything on your phone. I just want you to have a really clear picture of what you want to look like, what you want to feel like, towards the end of your pregnancy, what you want to, tell your kids about how your pregnancy went, just be as specific as you can, okay? And I promise all of this is going to help. Okay, so we wrote down how we feel like right now. We're going to write down what our goal is of, what we want to look like, what we want to feel like, what does that look like, what does that feel like? And then the last thing I want to talk about today is embracing pregnancy. Now, I was kind of fighting myself my first pregnancy. I didn't really know what to expect. I was scared. I was a fitness and health professional for many years in my community, and I felt like everybody expected me to look a certain way and feel a certain way, and I felt a lot of pressure. And I didn't want like all the pregnancy things. Like I didn't want like my nipples to be black, and I didn't want my hips to expand, and I didn't want to grow. I was like resisting myself. And it wasn't until one day I had to have a heart-to-heart with myself and just say, I can't go the rest of my pregnancy resisting myself and resisting this pregnancy so much. I'm pregnant. My hips have to expand in order to make room for the baby. My belly has to grow. I need to gain some fat because my pregnancy needs it. And, my nipples are gonna turn black, and my boobs are gonna get bigger, and, I may break out more. And I just said to myself, I'm just gonna embrace it. So you know what? Then I went from like resisting it to just wanting everything. Like I kept looking at my boobs to see if my nipples would get black. I was like, you know what? Just bring it on, pregnancy. I want it all. And that day, everything changed for me. That day, I truly started enjoying my pregnancy. That day, when I flipped a switch, because that's all it is, and just changed my mindset about pregnancy, then I started getting this whole new motivation to be the best that I could be, to have the best pregnancy I could, to create the best environment in my body so that my baby could grow inside of me in the best possible environment, and he or she could be healthy. And I started really not being that pregnant girl that complains all the time. I actually started being that pregnant girl that maybe some people hate because they're like, oh, I love pregnancy. Pregnancy is amazing. And why not? Why not be that girl? Why not be the girl that says you love pregnancy? And even if you are sick and tired, and you can still be like that. Because I'm telling you, even though my first pregnancy was dreamy, my second one was a disaster. I had the flu. I fractured my toe. I was on crutches at 6-7 months pregnant, on crutches. It hurt so much, in a boot. I had hypothyroidism. I got crazy results for one of my ultrasounds, and for like 4 weeks, I thought that my baby had like Down syndrome or a chromosome disease. You name it. Placenta previa, I was on bed rest. I mean, you name it, it happened. But through it all, I still look back and I can tell you, like, honestly, I still enjoyed that pregnancy. I still loved being pregnant. And that's what I want for you. But you've got to start by embracing it all. Just embrace it. Just bring it. All the changes. Your body's gonna change. You're gonna feel different. Sometimes you're gonna feel bad. Sometimes you're gonna feel better. But we're working on doing things to help you feel better. And in the end, it's still gonna be a great experience. No matter how hard the days get, you could still do something to help you feel better. And so I want you to just think about that when you're done with this video. Just think about not resisting all the changes, not resisting the weight gain, not resisting the nausea, not resisting the tiredness, not resisting the fatigue, not resisting how hard it's gonna be to lose the baby weight, not resisting the cravings. Just know that it's normal for your body to feel this way and go through all these changes. And this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if you do the right things, which you're starting to do right now, all of those things are gonna get better in the next few weeks and for the rest of your pregnancy. And you're gonna be able to recover quickly because, girlfriend, when we start these workouts, can I tell you that I have had doctors, obstetricians, midwives, nurses contact me to tell me how amazed they are at how even first-time moms are having super fast recoveries, super fast labors. They can't believe how quick of labors first-time moms are having because of these workouts. And these ladies are, I mean, if I showed you the pictures inside the Facebook group, I mean, you could probably go in there and scroll through and see, like, these girls are like days postpartum and they don't even look like it. Like, their bellies are almost flat. And that's the power of the kind of workouts that we're about to begin in the next week. So get excited, write down your goals, write down how you're feeling right now, what you want to feel like, and just let this whole thing simmer in your head and start embracing and telling yourself you love pregnancy, and see yourself, you know, years from now telling your kids that you loved being pregnant and you were one of those happy ones and that it wasn't easy, but you enjoyed it. Okay, and I will see you again in the next module.